Hey everybody, Coach Sean, the Rip Grandpa, and I want to introduce you today to my RG Rip Grandpa Triangle. Today we're going to talk about the dynamic duo, the Batman and Robin of fat loss. The next video is going to be on hormonal entrainment. The third video in this series is going to be on strategic exercise. So today, let's talk about the dynamic duo and how you should approach calorie deficits long-term to continuously see the scale moving down without a hormonal decline or metabolic slowdown. So what is the dynamic duo of fat loss? Well, it's maintaining a calorie deficit at least 5 days per week. And 2 days a week, I highly recommend that you go at maintenance or even higher for reasons that I'll share inside this video. And then it's adequate protein intake. And all the research I'm going to share here about protein intake proves once and for all that a calorie is not just a calorie. Now, I did add a third one, which is water. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end. But at the end of the day, no matter how many tricks or techniques that I could give you when it comes to exercise and dieting, if you don't maintain a calorie deficit at least 5 days per week and you don't get adequate protein intake, then nothing else that you do is ultimately going to work. That's the foundation. So let me share the method that I've used for the last couple decades that's helped me get photo shoot ready, and it helps me maintain my leanness pretty much year round. I'm not shredded year round, but I do maintain my abs following this philosophy. Now, I get a lot of shit when I give this recommendation, but let me give you context afterwards. So I want you to take your ideal goal body weight times 10. And that's the number of calories you should have on a daily basis. Now, a lot of experts out there hate it when I recommend this because they say it's too low of a number. But when you look at all the research on calorie counting, almost every dieter underestimates how much they consume by 30% on a daily basis. So for me personally, I weigh between 185 and 190 pounds. So I know I want to get between 1,800 and 1,900 calories a day. And the reason that I shoot for that number and I track that particular number, especially when I'm trying to get lean and get anal about maybe getting ready for a photo shoot or a vacation or something like that, because I know at the end of the day, I'm really going to be around 22 to 2,300 because we all underestimate how many calories we consume. Now, so Monday through Friday, be focused and do that. Then on Saturday and Sunday, I want you to go a little bit higher than that. And in the next video, I'll share exactly how to strategically add more high carb foods to your diet to increase your metabolism, your hormones, and your weight loss. So now let's talk about the second pillar on the dynamic duo triangle, and that is adequate protein intake. So I'm about ready to share a lot of controversial information about high protein intake. And if you're questioning the validity of what I'm going to say, I'm going to post all the links to the studies and references in the description of this video, because when they look at multiple studies taking groups of dieters, and all things are created equal, but one group has a higher protein intake, that group will win the weight loss race every single time. They'll lose more weight, and some research shows they lose it right from the stomach region. They'll have a faster metabolism through the thermic effect of food that I'll share here in just a second. They'll have less hunger and cravings because protein is the most filling and satiating nutrient. They'll have less muscle loss, and they'll gain more muscle, and at the end of the day, they will win the weight loss race. That is why you need to consume at least 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight on a daily basis if you exercise, and you need to consume about 0.6 grams per pound of your goal body weight on a daily basis if you're sedentary. And if we look at multiple studies across the board, those are the sweet spots. I tend to go even higher than that, which is not going to be harmful, but I never go any lower than that. I weigh 185 pounds, 190 pounds on a daily basis, and I always get 190 to 200 grams of protein a day or more. And the reason why is because when you eat more protein, you kill your hunger and cravings, because protein helps you get control of ghrelin, your hunger hormone. And it does this by releasing a appetite suppressing hormone called PYY. Also, protein is the only macronutrient that when you eat it, it speeds up your metabolism, because it takes about 30% of the calories that you eat just to digest it. That is called the thermic effect of food, or TEF, and this is also known as diet-induced thermogenesis. Now, this is why when they look at groups of dieters, if one group just simply replaces some of their fats and their carbs with protein, they lose more weight than the other group. Every single time it happens. Now, lastly, protein is the only macronutrient proven to increase muscle protein synthesis. So it's the only macro that's going to prevent muscle loss while you diet, and it's the only macronutrient that's going to increase muscle gains when you consume enough of it. So now hopefully you can see why a calorie is not just a calorie, because of protein and the law of thermodynamics. Just the heat, the thermic effect that's created when you eat protein will increase your metabolism and help you burn more calories. So starting today, you could literally take 500 calories a day of fats and carbohydrates and replace that with 500 calories of protein, and your body will burn 150 calories more every single day just through digesting that protein. Now you might say, oh, 150 calories, that's not a lot. Start adding this up. It really becomes a compound effect over time. Long-term high protein diets are the king, and I've done videos about how they do not harm your kidneys, they do not lead to early death, they do not cause heart disease or clog your arteries or any of that crap. That's all myths, and I have tons of research to prove it. Now, before I dive in on the water intake stuff, I wanted to quickly share, you might be seeing a little family drawing up here. It's my granddaughters, Stella and Kennedy, and they drew their family on here last night, and when they left, they told me, Papa, please don't erase our family off the whiteboard. So that was there for your entertainment purposes only. But before I talk about just how important it is to get adequate water on a daily basis and the reason why it's so important for your health and longevity, I wanted to quickly mention that if you're truly serious about transforming your body, we put a link to our customized one-on-one fat loss coaching program in the description of this video. But this is serious inquiries only, not for tire kickers. It's not inexpensive, but if you're truly serious about transforming your body, getting lean and staying lean without feeling like you're on a diet, without having to eliminate food groups or sacrificing your favorite foods or your social life, then check it out, and then make sure that you're getting adequate water every single day. The more water that you give your body, the less it will hold on to. So the first thing that drinking adequate water every day does is it makes you feel less bloated. Now, there's a video out there that was done by Dr. Berg several years ago, and it's pretty laughable at this point, because when you look at the peer-reviewed published research studies, water drinkers, hands down, are healthier and lose more weight. They have better mental and physical energy. They have better digestion function. They have less hunger. People who drink water before meals lose more weight than those who don't. And they've done side-by-side studies on this stuff. And water drinkers actually have longer lifespans. So don't underestimate the power of drinking adequate water. Take half your body weight, and that's the number of ounces you should shoot for on a daily basis. So thanks for watching this. Time is our most precious commodity, so super grateful when people take time to watch my videos, so thank you for doing that. Now, let's spread the truth. Let's get rid of all this TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, influencer, amateur stuff, and show people the real truth about fat loss by clicking the like button so the algorithm sees this and sharing it. So thanks for watching, and keep going strong.